This is Mike Montefusco from Raw Fitness in Cornelius, where results live. Want to talk to you today. This is going to be the first part in a three-part series called A Beginner's Guide to Core Training. Core training is it's a really popular buzzword. I can train my core. It's something that there's been a light cast on of ways that have been done for years and years, where the fitness industry has evolved now and has said, hey, maybe we're doing this wrong, and it's kind of switched gears a little bit. And what I mean by that is that when most people think of core training, they think crunches and sit-ups, man, just like taking that spine, and I am flexing the heck out of it, because the muscles around my core, they actually do that. They flex my spine front to back. They laterally flex my spine, and they rotate my spine. Okay? So those muscles, they actually do that. That is a function that they have. And so people think when they want to train their core that those are the things that they should be doing. However, a further look into the subject has noticed that the really primary role of the core musculature is to create stability around the spine. So I'm not flexing the spine, I'm preventing extension of the spine. And so by preventing that extension, I'm working my core muscles. Or I'm preventing lateral flexion, or I'm anti-rotation, preventing rotation of the spine. And so I'm going to show you exercises that fit into these categories that are a lot more functional, have a lot lower risk for injury, and will serve you better if you really want to train your core well. So, the first category that I'm going to film in this video is what are called anti-extension exercises. Anti-extension exercises. The first one, and that I'll use to illustrate that point, is called a plank. Most people have heard of a plank. So for a plank, what I'm doing is I'm coming down on my elbows under my armpits. I'm not allowed to hold my hands together here. That makes it easier. I'm going to put my feet out behind me. I'm going to make sure my body is straight like a board. I don't want to have my spine in an extension. So gravity is trying to extend my spine, and I'm using my core musculature to hold me from extension. Okay? So it's anti-extension. Okay? That's a plank. Typically we tell people to start off with 30 seconds. If a 30-second plank becomes easy for you, then we would progress it, and we would use what's called an RKC plank. Okay, RKC plank is, I'm going to go in the same position, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive my elbows to my toes and my toes to my elbows while I'm on the ground. Nothing's going to actually move, but I'm just going to create that force into the ground, and it will create a much more intense contraction. As you can see, I start to get my shake going on as I push my toes up to my elbows, my elbows to my toes. So that'd be an RKC plank. Third progression from there, these are furniture sliders, can be found at Lowe's, Home Depot. I think I paid $9 for 4 of them. If you don't have furniture sliders, you can use paper plates, you can use magazines to accomplish the same thing. This would be called a body saw. So a lot more force trying to put me into extension, but a lot more muscle recruitment to do so. So I would get in a good plank position because I mastered my plank, and I'm going to roll back and forward. So now as I go out, there's a lot more force trying to pull me this way, so I'm going to prevent that by using my core. And just from doing those 3 exercises, I'm already starting to feel muscles lighten up in there. Great core workout. So that's a body saw. And then we use rollout progressions. So we use a stability ball. We have an ab wheel. I'm going to show you both. Stability ball. To understand how to do a stability ball rollout or an ab wheel rollout, you have to understand how to move how to be able to control your pelvis. And what I mean by that, there's 2 ways I can tilt my pelvis. I can either dump it forward and arch my back, or I can pull my pelvis back and kind of tuck my tailbone underneath. When I tuck my tailbone underneath, my glutes contract, my ribs go down, my abdominal muscles start to contract. This is the position for the ball rollout, and I want to hold that position steady so that I don't extend my spine and causing injury. So Tail's tucked under, hands go on the stability ball. I'm going to keep a straight line from ear, hip to knee. I'm going to roll forward until I touch my elbows on the ball. I feel my abs contract. I'm going to push into the ball and come right back up. A couple of things we see done wrong here is we see people come out and then A, extending the spine, or B, people not keeping a straight line from their ear to their knee by pulling the hips back. So again, I'm here, roll out, and there we go. If it gets easier, you can start with the ball further away. Makes it harder, okay? If that's too hard, start with the ball closer, makes it easier. And then we've got an ab wheel. I think you can get these on Amazon for like maybe 15 or 20 bucks or something like that. And so I'm here, shoulders are going to stay away from my ears while I do the ab wheel, and I would proceed just like I did for the ball roll out. And so that is a whole list of progressions you can use for anti-extension core training. So this is part one. If you subscribe to our newsletter at rawfitnesspersonaltraining.com, on the right-hand side of the page, you'll be sure to get the email when part 2 and 3 come out. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. And thanks so much for watching.